Mind the gap.
This week I'm going to share with you the 3 mistakes that I've made this week in the hope that it means you don't make those same mistakes. Welcome back to another episode of Mind the Gap, the channel that tries to find the gaps by falling in them so you don't have to. What have we learned this week in our journey of learning all about YouTube and being a YouTuber? By the way, I don't think I'm a YouTuber yet, far from it. We've got a long way to go before we can claim to be that mighty accolade. The first thing that we've learned is there is such a thing as too much. So we set out initially with no particular interest in views or followers, but certainly a desire to make sure that we didn't miss opportunities to get eyes on the channel. So we set about deciding which channels we were going to include. So we started with the obvious ones. We started with YouTube, and then Instagram, and then TikTok, and then Facebook, and then Pinterest, and then Google, and then Blue Sky, and then and it just went. We ended up with 11 different channels that we were trying to upload to. I say we, I mean I was trying to upload to. Now that might not sound particularly challenging in itself. However, in reality, that's 7 different places that we've got to upload to, and that in itself is a challenge. So the first lesson this week is choose your channels carefully. My young YouTuber friends, I've settled with the 3 that I'm going to focus on this channel as YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. Am I now a TikToker? Not something I ever thought I'd be saying at nearly 57 years old, but nonetheless, those are the 3 channels that I've chosen to. And the first piece of advice for you is just choose 3 channels. So it's gone very dark here, isn't it? For example, you might find that you are looking to sell B2B services through your endeavors on YouTube, and that's fine, but clearly the people that you are looking for are probably not going to be on TikTok. They're almost certainly going to be on on LinkedIn, not YouTube. So YouTube, I think, is a common one, but there's no point posting stuff on TikTok if your audience is going to be sat over on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is particularly keen to push video content just at the minute, so there are definitely opportunities there. The last of the 3 that I've settled on is Instagram. Instagram is an interesting one, and I've only really included it as the chat arrangements on Instagram look better than the other setups, and you can buy automation. So I could say, if you want to download a flyer, a document, a cheat sheet that I've designed, find me on Instagram, DM me cheat sheet. You could set up a system that when somebody sent you that message, the system automatically sent a document that you'd pre-uploaded. So whilst I've no intention of doing anything like that, now I'm very much focused on where are we going to end up. So Instagram it is. So the 3 for me: Instagram, YouTube as the main place for the community, and finally TikTok, all with links in the bios and things that take people back to the YouTube channel. So that's lesson number 1. Stay away from trying to populate on all the different channels that are out there. Lesson number 2 is frequency. Now, I'd made foolishly and hastily the commitment to post every day at 7 o'clock. And that was a challenge in and of itself that was just, in the end, overwhelming. The combination of trying to post to, I think, 9 or 10 different channels every day was too much. It was just too much. And it was a combination of, strangely, I thought the recording of videos, the scripting of videos would be the challenge, but a lot of mine I don't actually script, so there's no hardship on that side. It's actually the editing at that pace, which was, to be frank, nigh on impossible. I didn't have time to do anything else other than edit these damn videos. So we settled that back a little, which I didn't like doing because I'd made the commitment to post at 7 o'clock every day. But what you guys may remember from other videos is this isn't my only channel. There is a second channel, which is the business channel, which is the analysing stuff, so that relates to Harley Energy. The whole pretense of this channel initially was me trying different packages and different pieces of software and different styles of video to see what worked. It developed into this, well, let's document the journey over the last couple of months. So what I found myself trying to do was populate every night at 7 o'clock on this channel, whilst also putting useful content for people up on the other channel. So we've had to throttle that back. So we are still posting 7 o'clock every day on this channel, with the exception of Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are reserved for the business channel. Those videos go out at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, so 4 o'clock on a Tuesday and 3 o'clock on a Thursday. Those being the times that Claude AI, that I'm still using when I'm planning these things, those are the times that Claude AI told me I would get the most eyes, the most eyeballs. Funny, isn't it? It's eyeballs now. It used to be bums on seats, now it's eyeballs. So, number of channels, lesson number 1. Frequency of posting, lesson number 2. Lesson number 3 is which software to use to edit videos. Now, I've tried most of them, from Adobe to Apple to LumaFusion to Mac software to Windows-based software, and they are all mind-numbingly complicated, and they actually get in the way of the job that we've set ourselves, of the task that's in front of us, because the complexity of them is just overwhelming. Now, I discovered Canva quite a while back as a tool that I use now for editing things like thumbnails and social media posts, and I've got bits of graphics in them. We use it for pull-up banners at work. We use it for creating images for download pages on the website. We use it for all kinds of things, and quite by chance came across a video on the YouTube that showed somebody editing a video on Canva, and actually it's pretty good. So that's now where we are editing videos, which is another huge win in terms of complexity, because we've got one platform with everything in it. You can schedule posts in there. This is not sponsored by Canva, by the way. No such luck. But it's a really, really straightforward platform that you can actually reasonably edit videos on. So that's what we'll be sticking to as we move forward with the channel. In fact, we've just started messing around with some of the effects that are available in there. They work really, really well. Can you do everything you can do on some of the Apple stuff? No, you can't. But most of the stuff that you would want to do, certainly at the level that I'm at, they're in there. and they all work really, really well. And that speeded up the process again. So I've now been able to set up kind of templates for the long and short form, so the 90-degree and the landscape and portrait stuff. I've got portraits for now. So that's actually saved even more time. So lesson number 3 is don't go down the route of this really fancy software, because actually it's just going to get in the way. Have a look at Canva and have a look at this lovely, so the field that is definitely not my garden has a wood, and there's a little path that goes down through the woods. We are really, really lucky that this is right on our doorstep. Anyway, I digress. So those are the 3 lessons that we've learned on our journey on YouTube this week. Hopefully they are useful. Finding time to record videos is a constant challenge. So I know we spoke about kit last week, but try and keep it as simple as you possibly can. Kit gets in the way. So the DJI Osmo Pocket thing that I use has this little microphone that links automatically as soon as I switch it on. I can press record within a few seconds and we're recording. That's amazing, you press record and you're recording. Sometimes I do worry. So kit will just get in the way. Keep it as simple as you possibly can. Most of the stuff that I record now is on this little DJI, the Osmo Pocket. We've still got the studio set up with the Sony cameras and all the fancy microphones, but we're spending a bit more time and effort on these talking to camera type videos. What's coming up this week? So there'll be a new video at 7 o'clock every night. Some of those are already recorded and scheduled. Some of them I've got to record over the next couple of days. But there's some stuff going out each night. There are videos on the business channel already set up, already uploaded and scheduled. So keep an eye out for those over on the Analyzing channel. If I don't see you on one of the short form videos, or if you don't see one of the short form videos, hopefully I'll see you this time next week, which will be post the next England match. Today is very much the day after the night before. I think we were all probably up a little later than we intended last night, and the stress levels were a little higher than they needed to be, or should have been. But well done England. Hopefully our next match has a similarly good result, but maybe with a little less drama, because we don't like drama. All right, you take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Mind the gap.